That's interesting.
Oh yeah, I do remember.
Yeah.
She played the English Queen's campus.
I think so.
Yes. We'll catch up another time.
You've got a good aim, Martin.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bar one or bar two?
Hang on, wait.
Welcome festival goers. There's probably lots of you here who came for a festival, who came for, who's not from Tassie? Yes, you're all here for the fucking festival, aren't you? Hi, this is 4pm and my name is Dean Stevenson. That little curtain raiser was not the piece that was written today. If that makes no sense to you, allow me to explain. 4pm is an installation about the process of making stuff. There is nothing finished about anything that I've been doing or anything you're about to hear. It's all about the process of stuff. I'm sure at some point the fabulous Sydney Nolan work here called The Snake and all the other things in the museum that have frames around them, i.e. finished. There's something, a moment where we might think that the artist had done the work and then went, amazing. It's great, my best yet, send it off to the gallery and bring me the money. Or there's a point where more likely the artist went, get this fucking shit out of my face, I just can't stand to look at it anymore, I'm done. I think that's more likely, the process of just being exhausted with it. So I've got a little disclaimer on my music stand here that says art is never really finished, it can only be abandoned in an interesting place. So I get to abandon the music that I write each day at 4pm because the ensemble is here. Please welcome Tobias, Fran, Caleb and Martin. So it's not the same for people every day, it is the same for instruments every day. I thought if I had the same four instruments every day, the same sounds if you like, then it would drive me completely nuts to try and make it fresh each day, because every day starts blank. Every day starts with nothing, something must be written. And the one you just heard was from the 185th day, that was the curtain raiser piece. And today represents, how many? 354 days. It's only just clocked on, but what do I do for 365? It's going to be just get drunk. So that's going to be fun. So that's what it's all about, just showing up. Don't ask me what my inspiration was, the answer is nothing. Because there'll be some questions. If you have questions, we can throw them back and forth. It's just showing up, that's all it is. Which is not meant to be a claim to the extraordinary. In fact, it's just quite ordinary. Just showing up. Just have the courage to write shit for a couple of hours, and then if eventually you hope it gets better. But it doesn't always. Sometimes we spend 10 minutes rehearsing the piece and we play it, and after doing it again, the crowd goes, nah. Oh, there you go. So we're going to do that when we rehearsal, because the ensemble hasn't played today's piece ever, because I only just wrote it. So we're going to have a little rehearsal. You can hear everything we do. That's what the question's about. If you have any questions about what we've just done, we'll say, what do you mean? What are you doing? And we'll talk about the process or the music. Is that okay with everyone? Yes? What, you've already got a question? No, that was a thumb. All right. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start to play it through, and I'll turn back to you. Get a drink. There's a bar around the corner. Here we go. Hi, everyone. Here we go, day 354. Let's see what happens. The app doesn't allow me to an anacrusis bar, so it's just a crotchet into bar one. And vice versa. Fun. This is the fun moment, because right now, having just printed and played that other piece for the curtain, I have no memory of how this goes. Until you play it, I've forgotten it entirely. Okay, right there. 1, 2. Hold there. Good sight reading. Okay, so there you go. There's the little melody that I thought of come to light. Any questions? Any problems?
Not yet.
Not yet. No? Okay. Only ones related to music, please. Okay, so we play that from the start again. Let's see how far we get. Now, just try and make it more familiar for you. Any questions? Any questions? It's going well so far. What I like about this moment, we're nearly 10 minutes in, and some of you might have come to Dark Mother because you just want like Dead Animals, heavy metal, and the people mood and shit, and you listen to a string quartet going, how the fuck they end up here? That's kind of cool. That's really interesting. I liked the fact that you're interested enough to stay and listen to how things are put together, because I hazard a guess, unless you played music in like high school band or something, which who did? Who played music in high school band? You poor sods. Who still plays music of all those hands that were up? Yeah, who never played in high school band? Yeah, those with the hand up, you've got no idea what's going on here. And someone once said to me, why do you keep stopping? I have to explain the whole rehearsal process. That's what we're doing, we're sticking it together. Let's go back. All good?
Great.
Okay, we got to E. No problem so far? Oh, slowly. get the bars E to F. Let's put a repeat around those and do it twice. Doesn't go long enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go from E first time. See what it sounds like if you repeat that bit. E, Actually, what? No. First time, no viola. And then second time, come in. How's that? First time. I'm going to read this later on. I have no idea. Look at my handwriting. First time, no viola. That's not. Who's ever seen a viola before? Who knows what a viola is? Please hold the viola up. And now please hold the violin up. Ooh, ah. See, it's a bit bigger. It's like a darker violin. Yes. Okay. First time. Yeah, that works. To the A tempo. Just go from letter G.
Should we lock in piano?
Anybody got any questions? Anybody confused? Any trouble? Yes, a question over there?
Yeah.
It's called day 354. Yeah.
What do they want us to do? Make it faster.
Yeah,
I ran out of titles months ago.
What did he say about?
Or the no few bars after.
Okay. From letter G. Singing like an angel. Viola into the second. To that.
Sorry.
So every time it's earlier, and whenever you have that, just that sort of. It's
Sigh.
Can it be like a sigh? Can it be to one bow? What's it like? Sound like if it's one bow. That that's double stop. You're doing
That's what
it.
I did.
One bow.
That's what I did. Yeah.
Can I hear the difference between one bow and two bows, please? Reba. Yes, one bow. Yeah, that was like as opposed to one bow. There you go. So put a little line under that, which means.
Is this more like mysterious?
This is more mysterious, this bit, yes.
Would you consider then like maybe a little bit of Pont?
A little bit of Pont?
67 or something like that, just for a while.
In dot 67, in the... Yeah, let's try that.
Something like that.
Did you hear that difference in that sound? Yes. just blowing right up on the bridge. Every horror movie you've ever seen has got that sound coming up. That's what the sound Caleb makes when he comes in the room.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Let's go from there to J then. With every time you do the trem, a little bit of ponce. Great. J. E. He's died. What? A little bit louder on those pieces. Sound very impressive, but I thought it would be somewhere spectacular. Now here and go, fuck, what a waste of time. I thought, because it was just droning on that kind of that E, wanting to go to the A minor. But anyway, let's try that bit again from letter N, please. To see my rewards.
Would you make like the second time slightly more agitated and slightly louder, maybe?
Yes, what, like in you repeat from M?
As in, yeah.
Yeah, more agitated and louder. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so let's go from L then. L, and then when you get to M, it goes more agitato. Agitato. Oh, wanker. That's what the Italians would say in traditional music, agitato. Let's go from letter L. Hold that across viola. Sorry about the fifth. That was the last bar. There you go. So, yeah, at R, you can kind of come off, but the viola note just carries over. Here you go. Okay.
Dane, do you want the same bowing at R as we did before? Because it's slurred the first time.
Yes, please, slur it, please. Thank you, you're right. First violin 2, slurring at R. Slurring, which means one bow, not two. Thank you. Thank you. Right. We'll give this a crack now. All of you ready? Give it a crack from the top. Okay. Any questions, anyone? No? Any problems?
As well.
How's that rash? Sorry, no. More cello. More cello, Jesus. Said,
As in louder.
okay, let's see if I can get more little. Okay, more cello. More cello. There are acoustic instruments, so I appreciate that you're sitting over there because you can hear mostly the acoustic sound. Is there any coming through the speakers at all? We just had to set this whole thing up again because last week they took it out for the gala. There was like a boxing ring in here. I'm not kidding. There's a boxing ring. It was crazy. Shit got broken. Can you hear it okay?
How are you feeling about it? What do you think?
I think it's like you make a dish and you go, it's yummy, but there's something missing. I think there's something else. I don't know what it is.
And will you get an opportunity to return and see and have another go at it?
That's a good question. When people say, will you come back and have a look at it again? Part of me goes, I really want to because I feel like I've spent all day on it, so I'm invested. But then tomorrow I just go, or sorry, like when this finishes in September, I'll just go into a cave and shake for a couple of months. I don't think I'll have the energy to go back and do it all again because there's 300 and something works to come back to. The stuff to fix is a big tower of stuff. So we'll see. Tune in, subscribe to the mailing list or something, or I don't know. You'll find, yes.
Do your players ever change anything or tell you something's not good or tell you?
Oh yes, and Caleb had some suggestions a minute ago about trying different things. Sometimes I write a note that's impossible to play, they tell me that. The reason I write those is because I don't play any of those instruments, so sometimes I just get it wrong. And often they can play faster or play it in a way that I never imagined because I don't play those instruments. So as much as a composer tries to understand all the instruments he writes for, sometimes we don't get it right. Yeah. They're usually better than me in all the things. Yeah, and it's weird for them to rehearse in front of you because that doesn't happen very often. They do that privately. You pay for a ticket to see a concert, not a rehearsal. But welcome to the other side. You're about to get both. So now we're going to play it once. If you've only got one lesson in you and you want to go and see some Terrell or some Vaginas or something, that's fine. So thank you very much for your attentiveness in seeing our piece today, 354. We'll play it a couple of times because we'll get familiar with it after the first run and go, now I get it. And then we'll make some more changes and play it differently. There are some things you can take some elements of 4 p.m. home with you. And I talk about the hit rate. If anyone wants to ask, how often are you really happy? My answer is the album. So this is like a double album, which is not many tracks. But they're the days we went, yeah, motherfucker, yes, this is awesome. Let's come back into the studio and record those. But that's not many tracks on one album when you consider there's 300 and something. So the hit rate's not huge, but I reckon as the conversation about creativity I like to have is that's probably about right. Showing up and making crap is probably what you have to do more of, but it's part of the process, and so many of us are just stigmatised by the mistakes of industrial education. We can't stand making mistakes, and so we fail to show up rather than persist. We feel we want a snack and then go to the pantry instead, or the pub. So anyway, that's what this is all about. Showing up and getting it right. That's a download if that's what you do on an album. Take a thing home. This is my actual score. You can put on your wall. It's very pretty. The other thing is, if you want to go deep into creativity, this is the book released recently, the 4 p.m. book. This is the first 150 days here in the museum, and this is my diaries. I published my actual diaries, which is a bit crazy, but there it is, from the driver's seat, that's what it is. And there's a QR code in there for all of the live recordings. You see the microphones, we do record everything, 11 hours of live music through that book, which is kind of cool. You can buy it from me upstairs. I can sign it if that's your thing. Right, shall we do it? Day 300 and whatever the hell it is. You do it without me or do you want me here?
I think we should.
I'll stay here. No, you're right?
Yeah, no, yeah.
No, I'll stay here. Right, okay.
Don't move.
Tobias, Flynn, Caleb and Martin. There we go. It's this weird thing where surely you must have been thinking about a dead person or being on the ground or being in a Jane Austen movie or something. We all need to know what certain musical characteristics do for you. I mean, you learn that by watching movies, really. That's our vernacular, isn't it? But sometimes it's just following a technical thing, functional music, and maybe you thought of something fabulous because you probably weren't on your phones and you were listening to music, which is a great thing, to just listen to music and let it tell you where to go. It's not my job to put you on the ground or in a Jane Austen movie, that's your job. I just make music. Right, any questions? We'll give it another go. Any questions before we run it again? Yes?
Do you always stick to a certain time limit, or are you even aware of how long you're going to
Do I stick to a time limit? It's when the doors open at 10 till 4.
I meant like for the song. So you
Well, no, it's whatever I get done in a day. There's no, I will write a such and such. It's whatever I can get done. And sometimes I finish about 2 o'clock and go, I don't know that there's any more to do. And it's a short piece of a few minutes. And sometimes the musicians are coming down the stairs and I think, have a banana, put a little dumb ending on it just to give it some closure, and they sound like that. So it's a weird thing, but it's whatever I get done in the day.
Do you know what every chord sounds like in your head?
Do I know what every chord sounds like in my head? Well, that's what oral training is like. So if you play a chord, I can identify it. I don't know, not every chord, a good chunk of them. That's what, I guess. Bit of training, lots of listening. Yeah, I guess so. It's fucking loud in there. Really loud. But yeah, that's my job to try and know what colours sound like. Oh, it sounds like it needs to go to something unresolved, so it'll be this kind of chord, or kind of. Yes.
Does your mood on the day influence the music?
Inevitably the mood on the day affects what you do. Some days you just want to yell at your kids for no reason. They haven't done anything wrong. But you're just in a shit mood, so you yell at them because you're in same thing here. And I do try to some days go, if I write a slow piece because I'm feeling scratchy, I'm sometimes just trying to calm myself down, and vice versa. If I come in with a hangover, I'm like, I better write something quick or I'm going to fall asleep or yell at someone. So yes, but most of the time it's just coming in and just kind of going to the piano and just throw your hands down and go, what happens? Here's 3 notes. What can those 3 notes do? And then add a 4th note. Ooh, what's the 4th note do to make the first 3 change their direction? And then an hour later, there you go, I've written some stuff. There you go, it's kind of usually what it is. All right, here we go again. Here we go again for the last time. I won't wave my hands around as much anymore because you don't need me to. very much. Thank you. Thank you, Tobias, and Fran, Caleb, Martin. My name is Dean. This is 4 p.m. Come and have a chat over here. Otherwise, have a lovely evening. The Winter Feast. Bye-bye. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Done and dusted.
Done and dusted.
Done and dusted. Close enough.